Hey guys, welcome back. This is the next video with the Prusa i3 Mark II and general 3D printing. So what I wanted was a mount for my Amazon Echo. I've got it in the UK. It's actually the American version. I got it a while ago, but it's updated to the UK. And generally there's not really anywhere to put it. My plug's near my sofa. It tends to fall over a lot, and my girlfriend likes to throw it around. So I wanted the mount on the wall where I can slot it in nice and safe, have it out the way and looking good. So what I started off was with a sketch. So the measurements between here to here are actually 84 millimeter. So if I go into edit, let's have a look. There you go. So 84.5. I think I measured the Echo at just under 84 millimeters. So I only wanted. I know the printer does good tolerances, so I wanted slightly bigger to fit it in, and that was it. Next was a ring. I did 5 millimeters around there, so for 5 millimeters will be enough strength to cover that. What I'm going to do is extrude this base here by 5 millimeters, and then this is just a bit long here, and this bit will be against the wall with the holes in. So the next step was to start extruding. So let's move it along one. Oh, let me just stop sketch a sec, and we'll move it along one. So first off, let's move around. I'm doing this with a laptop and a touchpad, so it's a little bit awkward. And I'm an absolute noob at Fusion 360. I have no idea how to use it, so I'm just mucking around trying to do this. So first step was extrude this bit here. Now I had to do it with a line there because otherwise this goes into a sharp point and then the rest won't fill it properly. So I learned that the first time I tried it. So this was I think it was about 120 millimeters high. So it's about almost halfway up the Echo. Next step was the base. So like I said, 5 millimeters. Next step, the front bit here. Now this bit I did at 30 millimeters. So the base is 5 millimeters. Echo would be on that. Take away the 30. You lose 25 millimeters height difference basically, and that leads up to the beginning of the speaker on the Echo. So the speaker isn't covered around here. So next step, just filleted these down. So what I wanted was originally in my head was, so it would be round like this low at the beginning, and it would come up smoothly and join there. Now it was awkward for me to get a completely perfect thing like that, as you can see the movement I'm doing, but with a few fillets I managed to get it looking pretty good, and it's really stable around the Echo. So already you can see that's looking like a nice little mount that the Echo would fit into. So the next step was adding in a sketch. Basically it was for around here to do some holes. So if we extrude here, there we go, you can see that hole there. So basically that's for the cable, the power cable to run in. And then let's go to the next bit. And filleted somewhere, I think it was at the back here, filleted these bits here, just by about 1 millimeter, so you didn't want too much of a fillet. Next fillet, as you can see down there, just filleted these edges here to make it nicer so there's no sharp edges on the wire. And also you can just about see it along there as well, so it's easier to print, so it's not just a vertical bridging gap, and it printed perfectly, so I know that works well. Next bit, a couple of extra fillets there, just making it smoother around that bit, and so it's nice and smooth all around there, nothing's going to be sharp on the wires. And the fillet I just did then was this bit here, so as you see coming down here, it's nice and filleted around there, and it actually gives it a really nice professional look once it's printed, and just it makes things look slightly more professional when they're filleted nicely. And now the inside here, as you can see both sides fillet on the inside, gives that nice curved effect all the way down here. And last one was that one bit there. So now the whole thing has this nice rounded off effect all the way around, and we're sorted. So now the problem was I tried doing the holes here and I could not do it. So I'll do a hole going through, and when I did the kind of countersunk hole here, I didn't want a countersink like they have. I wanted a countersink where it's just a flat horizontal hole, and it just wouldn't go through. The hole would not work. It always left material here of the mesh, and if you look through it you could see the holes there, but for some reason it just wouldn't work on this. I even bought this plain forward and tried it. So what I actually had to do was go into Tinkercad. So in Tinkercad I bought the Echo mount in. Now I had to do a lot of mucking around with this. I actually made another video showing this bit, but I thought I would make it a bit quicker. Now when it came in, if I grab this and ungroup that, it actually came in, and if we look on there, it came in with this huge hole here. Now I have no idea why I did that, and even when I brought it into the slicer it had that, so you can see that hole there, just a random missing giant triangle, giant polygon, I don't know, it was just a mess. So I was like, how the hell am I going to fill that properly? So what I ended up doing was duplicating this whole design, let's move this over, mirroring it, and then cutting away. If I ungroup this, you'll see the huge cuts. Let me go forward again. Forward. No, let me just regroup then. And group. There we go. And then I just slid this into place and covered that. Obviously better than that, but like so. So then made these holes here, so they're both countersunk. So what I'm going to do, if I just reverse back to where we were beginning, there we go. So now you've got the holes all countersunk. One more reverse, and there we go. So it's enough room, for the washer, and then the screw to go through. And I've done it now, and it holds perfectly. And the screw head's completely hidden, and the echo fits perfectly in there. Now the problem when you load this is, there you go, see, this is how it was coming out. I mean, look at that. What? There's barely anything there. Like, I think there's more negative space than actual physical mass to print. And this is a repaired model by a Prusa slicer, which I've found hasn't repaired one model I've had. Even when it's just one little dodgy, one little line like that, you can't even repair that. So it's the worst thing. To be honest, I'm really not a fan of this slicer. Just the key things. Well, a lot of it seems good, some cool settings, but the supports. I mean, you choose the support, you can't even get to see it until you go into the preview once you've sliced it, and then you don't get to mess around with the support at all. So really hate that. I mean, it just makes that ridiculous. But anyway, that's how it was turning out. Absolutely impossible. So what I ended up doing was using Netfab and just fixing it, and it works perfectly. So really happy with that. As you can see, I've got the holes there that I couldn't do in Fusion 360. Got the bottom bit there for the wire. So yeah, overall really happy with that. And I am going to get to printing. So let's have a look what I'm going to print settings wise. So it'll be normal print with Z-Hop, PLA 1.75mm. Probably do it. This is the one I've already got for some other things I've been printing. So layer height is going to be 0.3. The first layer height, if I'm printing at 0.2, I'll usually do 0.3 as the first layer height. But as I'm printing at 0.3 already, I usually keep the first layer height the same. The perimeters I'll do 3 because we want it quite strong. I usually don't do 4 because 3 is usually enough. 3 is usually pretty strong, so I'm quite happy with that. I'll do a higher infill though. 3 bottom layers and 3 top, that is fine again. I usually have most of these ticks extra perimeters if needed. Ensure the shell thickness. Shouldn't be a problem with this one because there's not much detail, it's just quite a thick model, so it should be pretty easy. Aligned always makes it look slightly neater. Infill, okay, so here's where I'll probably change that to about 25%. I think I'll do 25% and test that. I don't think I need any more than that, especially with rectilinear, because it does quite a lot of infill for what you're getting there. I just find that anything more than that is just so solid that you just don't need it. I mean, to be honest, I probably would go for 20. I might even go for 20 as it goes. I might go for 20 and see how that does. So I usually combine the infill every 2 layers just because it prints a lot more quickly doing that. Skirt and brim, I just leave that with a bit of a skirt but no brim on it. Don't need support with this one, and don't need any rafts. So the speed, my usual one is about 60 perimeters, about 60 millimeters, but I might bump that up to maybe. No, you know what? I'm probably going to leave it at that and let that run. I usually do the infill quite fast, and the external perimeters 40 millimeters per second, so a little bit slower than the main perimeters, but the infill's going pretty fast, and you know the perimeters aren't going that slow either. I think it's probably going to take about 7 or 8 hours maybe. I don't think it's too big, and I'm printing quite fast, so yeah, under 8 hours I reckon. And that's it pretty much. I usually print at the bed at 59 degrees. The extruder, I've just done the basic settings and it works fine with BQ, PLA, and also the one from Prusa. So that will be that. So I'm going to slice that, and I'll probably get that printing overnight now, I think, and go to bed, and we'll see how it looks tomorrow. And here we are, the Echo mount all printed out. Now, there's a couple of marks. Where are we? So you can see in there that line going across. I wonder if that's where no, I think that's just the perimeters on top. There seems to be a line running along the bottom, so I'm not sure why that is there. But and then you can see a couple of marks around the edges and on the edges there. I actually just stuck it to the wall just to see what it would look like, which was stupid because now I've got to get that bit off of it. But anyway, it came out actually really nicely. And the layer lines, if you zoom in here, they look like you can see them on the camera, I think, a bit more. Maybe not too much. They're a bit more visible, especially on the back there if the light catches it. But in real life, you literally can barely see them. So very nicely, and the holes, as you can see, printed out great. Now, just to show that it fits perfectly, the Echo actually fits so perfectly, it goes down slowly to get the air out. And there we go, slots in. That is so solid, look, barely any movement in that. That's all the movement you get. So, Echo mount is successful. Time to print that, time to mount that. We'll see what it looks like after. But looking good. And here we are. The Echo is all mounted. If I lift that up, you can see the screws in there. Just added a washer, screw straight through the wall plugs, and Echo fits nicely in place and really solid. Look, the tiniest bit of wobble, which you need to be able to let it go down, but that's it, not going anywhere, completely tight. And it looks really, really good. I mean, it actually looks like it was kind of manufactured properly for this. I can't see any layer lines apart from this one ridge there, slight line. Relatively smooth considering the resolution was 0.3 millimeters. Yeah, but really happy with it, really stable. And here we are. Alexa, cancel. Cool. So anyway, that was my making of the Echo mount. Took a while, got there in the end, and it looks good. And I'll be sending these on my Etsy at RT3D. Be ready soon. Okay, see you in the next one.